This is the ghost, Ricky Mortis, and you gotta face your fears and watch Drinkinatmos.
This is Drinkinatmos, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's all so mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinkinatmos, where we don't quit. Drinkinatmos, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, know it's a scream.
You know, I've always said here at Drinkinatmos, just because it says drinking at Mo's does not mean it has to be alcoholic. So I'm happy to say Drinking at Mo's is sponsored by Prince Nana Coffee. The exact same guy you see every week on Dynamite, on Collision. Yes, he has his own coffee, and it's freaking delicious. They don't even roast those beans until you've placed your order. And you might be telling me, hey, Big Mo, I'm more of a tea guy. They got you covered there too. Use the referral link in the description of this video. And let's get you dancing like Prince Nana with Prince Nana Coffee. All right, everybody, welcome Drinking a Mo's. Big Mo here. You know the drill by now. YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff, because YouTube's algorithm continues to be a pain in my ass. We are most places you can find the audio podcasts too. Don't forget about those. Today, I'm excited. I've had the promoter of Island Pro Wrestling on twice now, so it's bound to happen that I needed to have some people that are on the roster on. Starting off tonight with the ghost, Ricky Mortis. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
Oh, I can't complain. Things are starting to look up. I know September is shaping up to be a pretty nice month for interviews for the show, so I can't complain, including a now best-selling author when it comes to wrestling stuff, so I'm excited there.
Nice. There you go.
Oh, yeah. So before I get into too big of a tangent, because Lord knows that I sometimes do that on this show, the thing I like to start off everybody with when they come on the first time. What got you started as a fan? And then what got you deciding to finally make the leap into the business?
Well, I started like most ad watching Monday Night Raw, but watching it on the Tuesday rerun because Monday was on too late for me. I kind of started in the kind of Jeff Hardy era, I guess. John Cena, Jeff Hardy, those were kind of my guys.
Oh, let me make sure we. Oh, technology. Can't live with it, can't live without it. But you're mentioning the era that you started watching and becoming a fan was the Jeff Hardy, John Cena era on Raw.
Yeah, exactly. And then it turned into trampoline wrestling with my buddies. We started making YouTube videos. We started doing what we thought Jeff Hardy thought was cool, pretty much. And then my neighbor actually got me into TNA, and then he got me onto AJ Styles. So that was a whole nother level. So Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles, those are my guys
Oh yeah,
since day one, pretty much. So that's
can't
pretty
say,
much how it goes.
can't say I blame you there with those two. I've actually had the pleasure of meeting AJ Styles once back when he was. I think he had just left TNA and went. Oh, and he hadn't quite started with New Japan yet. So
Yeah.
it's like he did some indie runs in between. I met him here in Omaha during that.
So he actually came to the Maritimes during that time too. I
No
unfortunately
kidding.
didn't get to see him. Yeah, I only learned about that later. But like, there's a few guys local around here that I've wrestled that were on a show with him and wrestled him. So
No kidding.
definitely jealous with that one.
Oh yeah. Like I have the specific I'm a little bummed out that the picture I got with him turned out a little blurry, but I do have the memory of getting his autograph on a lockdown DVD cover and he was on, and he specifically remembered the match on that card. I believe it was one of the Lethal Lockdown matches, and he was like, "Oh God, I hated those."
That's hilarious.
Funny little memory, but
Yeah, that's cool.
oh yeah, no, I look on it fondly. It's like I've got to meet a handful of my favorites, him being one of them. Um, oh God, up top where I have like my signed wrestling figures that I have. I've gotten to meet a bunch of my favorites and getting a bunch of those signed from the guys like Jeff Cobb or Swerve, Keith Lee. Oh God, who else? Danhausen. He's even. Oh God, that was a fun one, and I even got two different figures signed by Matt Cardona.
Nice. Oh yeah, dude, that's a dream match too. Matt Cardona, that would be awesome. The indie
Oh,
god himself.
oh yeah, like he's gone pretty much everywhere. So hell, why not get up to the Maritimes at some point, right?
Exactly, man. Exactly. IPW, let's go. Book it.
So hey, definitely. I mean, they're already bringing in the international draw August Artois, so why
Yep.
not bring the indie god? You know?
There you go. Yep.
Oh yeah, hell, August Artois past guest of mine.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, that was a fun
Okay.
one.
Cool guy. Cool guy.
Oh yeah, no, very very entertaining. Like I was like some of the stories that he was telling me, I'm like, oh my God. Now we're flipped around there we go. We're good.
My bad.
Ah, no worries. Lord knows I've had instances like that with my phone. I had to literally redo an episode one time because I thought that I told my wife that I was going to be recording after a wrestling show. Maybe I forgot. I don't remember, but I kept on getting called during the middle of it, and then it like completely messed up the audio. So I'm like, I just recently got that one redone.
Yeah, I still got the old iPhone too, so it's I'm definitely due for an upgrade, but I'm holding on by a thread right now.
Yeah, I I know plenty that have been that way, but back to the question: when you decided to make the leap into the business, was there a
So
was there a point where it got to where you're like, okay, doing the trampoline stuff, need to start getting air quotes properly trained? Which I mean, there is a way, there is proper training. Don't get me wrong, there. Lord knows there is, but you know, I've had plenty of
so
people on that's where they got their start doing the backyard trampoline stuff.
yeah, so unfortunately, the backyard stuff kind of took a back seat in high school a little bit because I was playing football and hockey and all the other sports. But once I graduated, I had a buddy I was working with, and he told me that he was going to watch a show downtown in Moncton. And I had no idea there was indie wrestling in the Maritimes at all, man. I had no idea, kid growing up. And then he told me, and then he showed me some videos of the last show we went to. Then we went to the next one. And then after that first show, I was like, dude, I need to find a way to train. I need to find a way to do this. And then the algorithm on my phone just showed me a training school, the Maritime Wrestling Academy. Boom, the next day I signed up. It ended up
That's
just being perfect timing because they opened right when I was looking, and then it was like the most
a,
perfect timing.
a perfect timing indeed. Like it's funny how it works out that way sometimes. They people joke about, oh, your phones are listening into your thoughts, and it's like that right there, kind of a perfect example of that, where it's like you're
Yep.
thinking of it, and then all of a sudden, boom, there all the stuff popping up.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So thanks to technology, I guess. But I feel like I was gonna find a way to do it either way. Once I
Oh yeah,
seen that first indie show, I was like, nah, like this is exactly what I want to do.
oh yeah. Like I I got my start watching independent wrestling rather late into
Hmm.
my pro wrestling fandom because I mean, eh, okay, yeah, I'm 42 now. I'm dating myself again. But when I got started watching wrestling was back when, oh God, even before Monday Night Raw, back when WWE was still like syndicated stuff. So it was like, oh, it would pop up here and then not so much on this same time. And then back when WCW had WCW Saturday Night, that was like the consistent one. So like back then, but it wasn't until I enlisted in the Navy and got stationed in San Diego, California. Yeah, the 619, and just Googled pro wrestling in San Diego, and then bam, here I am now.
That's how it works, man.
Yep, that is how it works. Like hell, I've even been lucky enough to strike up friendships with a lot of the trainers and the veteran side of stuff for that promotion that I started really going to, and then that's led into some of the younger crop of talent coming on. So it's been a pretty good time. But yeah, I guess when getting started on independent wrestling kind of later, I kind of underestimated like the indie scene in a lot of different places. Like, yeah, I've heard about the legends that have come from Canada, from all over the country of Canada, but through the podcast, finding more and more out about the independent scene up there, it has been pretty awesome experience because Lord knows here in the States, there's some places that a lot of people might not expect much of, if any, of an independent scene. But
Hmm.
I've been lucky enough to have people on from I'd I'd say just about every state now. Or probably I'd have to go back and start looking, but yeah, very few that I haven't had somebody from there,
Hmm.
and getting introduced to stuff up in the Maritimes with the Island Pro Wrestling and
Yep.
some of the stuff that I've seen there, and like, you know what? We'll go right into it because I had something else in my notes ahead of this, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But Island Pro Wrestling, the thing that I've been noticing a lot there is okay, there's a lot of independent wrestling shows that, yes, they have pretty great production value and, a pretty great presentation.
Hmm.
But there's just something different about Island Pro Wrestling from an independent promotion that's actually using pyro of all things
Yep.
to I remember the last time I had Justin on the show, telling him that first show, I believe it was Game On. I'm wanting
Yep.
to say it was, where I was like, "Holy crap!" It was very, I mentioned before recording Lucha Underground, being a fan of that. it gave me a similar feel to watching back old Lucha Underground stuff. And it was just, there's just something special and different there. And, you've had,
Cool vibe, man. Even their match cards, like they have the Mortal Kombat match cards, dude. Those look pretty sweet
oh,
too.
dude, yeah. From like just the promotion of it itself. Yeah. The old school video game, match cards with like the fighting games like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, and like pick your player sort of like
That's cool.
that. You don't see some independent promotions do better than others with putting together special stuff even to that level there, but you don't see that very often.
Yeah, they're working hard there, man. They're working hard to build that brand, and it's a fun promotion to be a part of. I'm definitely happy. I'm with them.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
good
and then
time. Always a good time, unless Logan Green is there, obviously. But
I was
we
I was
won't
gonna
talk about
say
that.
I was gonna say that Game On show. Yeah, I was looking, your entrance, and I was looking forward to it, and then all of a sudden, yeah, that match didn't really go the way pretty much I guess anybody that's a fan of yourself probably would have envisioned it.
It's fine. It's fine. I get him one on one next time
I was
at Game Over. So his buddies are suspended. So yeah, he's gonna have to face his fears and get in the ring with the Ghost.
now going into that, getting in the ring with the Ghost. I want to talk about how you, excuse me, about, oh, man, that was weird. Sneeze all of a sudden. But the Ghost, coming up with that, because it seemed like at Game On, your opponents were trying to, kind of make light of it with like a Ghostbusters looking thing. But when coming up with, the origins of how you came into being the Ghost,
Mm-hmm.
how did that come up?
So obviously, I'm not a real ghost,
Yeah.
but people call me the Ghost because I'm dead on the inside. My ego is dead. I've had a rebirth. When Ricky Mortis was born, his ego is dead. All he cares about is getting in that ring and getting the win and putting on a performance. That's all that matters is wrestling to Ricky Mortis, right? So pretty much having the ego death is why they call me the Ghost. Um, yeah, so Logan can do all his tactics and everything, but nothing works if you're dead on the inside, right? It's
Yeah, there is that, trying to kill you. What did they say with I believe it was the Undertaker, where it'd be like you can't kill what's already dead.
yeah. I'm gonna keep fighting, man. They can put me through a table, they can hit me with chairs. I'll come back no matter what. Like I said, the only thing that matters is wrestling. So pain is only an obstacle.
Oh yeah, and then you mentioned you are getting a little bit of your revenge here when it comes to the upcoming Game Over show and the VIP match. You're getting your rematch there.
Yep, getting my finally getting my rematch, and his buddies are suspended, so it's gonna be one-on-one, and he's gonna have nowhere to go. I can't
Oh
wait.
yeah, that's gonna. I'm gonna be looking forward to keeping my eyes on that show and seeing that match because I want to see you get your revenge. Because I remember telling him before Justin Summers that I'm like, when I saw that first show, that Game On show, I'm like, dude, Ricky Mortis, I'm like, he's one guy. Like, I got to get him on, and now we're here talking, loving it. But
Love it, man.
when thinking to the future with Island Pro Wrestling, what are you looking forward to with where they're on their way going? Because it looks like they got some pretty nice stuff in the works.
Yeah, man. And honestly, after Logan, I'm on to bigger and better things anyways. Giant Orion, right? Because I
Oh yeah.
that tournament continues and I'm going for that title. So I guess the future is going to be Ricky Mortis as heavyweight champion.
Yeah. Although you got to admit though, with that Giant Orion, he is like you can't take that dude lightly.
No, I can't. I've took many of his choke slams. He has put me out plenty of times. But I got him this time, I think. I got him, man. Like I said, pain's only an obstacle. He can put me down. I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep coming back.
I love that mentality. Those are the types of wrestlers I really gravitate towards. Those that's like you'd have to damn near kill them to beat them, and like we just mentioned, you can't kill what's already dead. So now,
Just keep trying, I guess, right?
oh yeah, but the thing is, now you're not just with. Are you not just with Island Pro Wrestling? You there's like other places that I'm seeing
Yeah.
stuff for you popping up. What do you got going on? Because the thing that I'm loving with the podcast is I'm constantly learning about new places, new promotions, new wrestlers, even that I might not have been familiar with beforehand. And, a lot of my listeners are getting that same opportunity to learn about these people. So, for people outside of your area, what do you got going on outside of Island Pro Wrestling?
Man, I've been booked up all summer and I'm booked up pretty much every weekend. This Friday, going to be in Riverview, New Brunswick for North Pro. North Pro is those guys are awesome, dude. If you want to see some good wrestling, check them out on YouTube. North Pro Canadian Wrestling. Awesome group of guys, man. Great promotion.
I'm looking. You know what? That's going to be another promotion that I'm going to get my eyes on. Much like I said, I love learning about new places, new promotions that I might not have been familiar about beforehand. Even though I'm damn near 400 episodes in now, like I'm inching so close to that now. I think as of right now, I'm like right about 30 episodes off of that mark,
Okay.
which would get me about 60 episodes shy of having as many episodes as I do subscribers on the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a mark that I've been wanting to get at there, at least for the YouTube channel, is to grow. I mean, obviously, always grow the amount of subscribers, but get the episodes to where, oh man, I got as many episodes as I do subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, all right. So I have two categories here that are kind of the meat and bones of a lot of my episodes. First one's a bit of a name game where I name off some people, you give me some quick thoughts on them. And each of these people, I try to think toward, wow, did I already? It's been a long day, but I try to theme it towards the guests. So each of these people, when it comes to something in common with you, is I've seen some pretty impressive tattoos on one of your arms, but then also, you and I, having the beard in common here. So each of
Yes.
these guys not only had some impressive tattoo work, but some, in a lot of cases, some equally impressive facial hair.
I like it. I like it. Not as good as Ricky Mortis's. Mine's bunned up right now. Usually I got it braided up for the shows, but
Yeah,
we'll see where they rank.
my my wife has sometimes tried to braid my beard, but then I feel her playing around with it, and then I'm like, what are you doing? So, all right. we'll get
Yeah, there's
into
a
that.
lot of dirty players that try to grab the beard all the time, but
Oh,
got to do
it,
what you got to do.
my son is almost 8 months old, and yeah, no, he'll look up and like if I'm not careful, he'll latch on, and I'm like, ow.
They got crazy grip at that age too, man.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah. He has got one hell of a grip on him. But anyways, on to this one. A lot of buzz around this first one right now. People aren't sure. Is he actually gone from WWE? Or is this just another one of those going to be like another R-Truth situation? But a guy that I'm a pretty big fan of, Karrion Kross.
Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm I'll be honest. I was a little underwhelmed by Karrion Kross a little bit. I love his style. I love everything, but it just seems like he's not being himself, you know?
I can,
And I feel like the best characters are yourself elevated. So I
yeah,
don't know, there's something about it, right?
yeah.
I hope he's
Although,
not done though. I hope he's not done. I hope he comes back and he's able to blossom into what everyone wants it to be, right?
oh yeah, like if you watch his stuff going from, oh god, some of the Killer Cross days,
Mhm.
like you go back to then, if you let him go back to that, dude.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So yes, much like you, I, you know what, I'm sure that he's not done with wrestling in general, but
Yeah,
like yes, I would. There's that part of me that hopes that maybe this is just another one of those R-Truth things where like, oh, people really got behind somebody after they released him or didn't
yeah.
extend the contract because yeah, there. I was disappointed when I heard about everything this weekend. I'm like, oh damn it, really?
Yeah, it was, and I don't think his style fits well with AEW either. So
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
yeah,
I get this feeling that he's definitely not done in general, but we'll see where he goes. Next
yeah.
up, back when before my son really tried to start grabbing a hold of my beard, I had been told that I had a very like a beard of this person, and my show actually has a little bit of a connection with this next person because I had, I mean, he has a very good beard in and of his own. I had former Ring of Honor 6-man tag champ Dutch on like a while back.
Okay.
And when I forget if I either posted about having released the episode or if it was just having recorded with him, but on my way back from work, all of a sudden I get a Twitter alert and I didn't recognize the little picture that pops up, like the profile picture. So I was like, I stopped at a stoplight and I about dropped my phone when I saw who it was. It was the late great Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, that man's a legend. That man is he's a legend. I a lot of people think that he inspired a lot of my style. I wish I could say that is the case, but I'm just being me, honestly. Like I'm a metalhead at heart. I'm a punk. That's just who I am, anyways. Just happens that we had a lot alike, a lot in common. Sick tattoos, sick hair, sick beard. Um, but yeah, our wrestling style is completely different. But dude is probably the best, one of the best guys on the mic, or just creatively,
Oh yeah.
probably ever, right? But yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's
Oh yeah. Totally agree. I like no matter what era of his in-ring persona that you got, Like on the mic, good lord, some of the most captivating stuff. Like he just knew how to draw you in. And then I mean his in-ring work, yeah, it was freaking great. Like when they really let him be him, much like we said with Karrion Kross, not feeling like he was really being himself, at least
Yeah.
for a time, when they really let Bray Wyatt be him, unmatched.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that the problem is a lot of people are trying to be spooky, and then a lot of people automatically connect it to Bray Wyatt and the Fiend. But there was the Undertaker before that, right? There's always been that type.
yeah,
Just no one really had it to Bray Wyatt's level, so now everyone compares it to that, right? So
yeah,
it's tough when you try to do that type of gimmick now because you got to live up to his level, right?
oh yeah. Like, I was almost just as captivated by some of like, even though it was relatively shorter, that last run of his before he passed. Like there was some of that like, oh, I'm trying to think, authenticity. There was like an authenticity that, not that it wasn't always there, but it was like you, there was just a little something different about it that last run.
Yeah. He was becoming a veteran of the game too, man. Like at that point he's done so much, right? So they probably gave him full creative control, I'm assuming, right?
It looked like that very well could have been the case, and hey, I
Yeah,
wouldn't have blamed them if they did.
yeah, exactly.
Now, next up, I got two more. Next up, though, the I almost literally ran into this guy once, like almost actually bumped into him, like, but I was, the story I love telling it. I was literally at Disney World in Florida, and on my way out, I don't know if I had to tie my shoe, I had to pick up something that I dropped, whatever. But on my way to get back up, all of a sudden, like literally less than a foot from me, I look up and all of a sudden I see the T Rex skull tattoo on the guy's shoulder. Yeah, it was Kevin Owens.
Love Kevin Owens.
Dude, yeah.
Love Kevin Owens. Love Kevin Steen before Kevin Owens. He's probably on my Canadian Mount Rushmore, I have to say too. Like, dude is
Yeah.
awesome. Love watching him.
Oh, yeah. No,
Everywhere
definitely.
he's been. ROH, WWE, NXT.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I mentioned, I gravitate towards a lot of those intense personas. Dude, Kevin Owens has shown consistently that he is very much one of those.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, last but not least here, he had some pretty good facial hair, but I think a lot of people remember this guy more for some specific tattoos that he had on his head. The late
Okay.
great Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, those were some sick tattoos, man.
Oh yeah,
Those are some crazy tattoos. He was a crazy guy to watch too. Obviously, nothing I could compare to because our size difference is just crazy. But seeing the things he could do at his size were awesome. Obviously, I was rewatching them on YouTube. It was
yeah.
way before I started watching wrestling, but yeah, dude was great.
Oh yeah, some of his stuff from like that jumps out to me specifically goes back to his days in the original ECW where he'd be
Yeah,
fighting the guys like Taz, and
yeah.
both of the times they either went through the ring or went through the entrance ramp, or his battles with Spike Dudley where he would throw him out into the crowd and the crowd would catch him, and this, oh yeah.
Dude, that
Or
original ECW was something else, man. I've rewatched so much of those.
I've been lucky enough to have a few people from there come on the show. Like
Nice. That's sweet.
especially like some of the later days, you might remember the Impact players, Lance Storm and Just
Yep.
Incredible, and they
Yep.
had a guy with them that's a former television champion in Jason Knight, the guy the guy that Joey Styles would always be like, act like he was breaking out in hives every time he came on the screen.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I had him on a while back,
That's sweet.
and I had a member of the Anoa'i family, Lloyd Anoa'i, come on, who told me about a specific story about a match against the late great New Jack, where they were told to be careful with the arena because having to pay for damages or whatever. Well, they both proceed to end up going through a wall, and then Paul Heyman screaming at them after the match.
Can only imagine.
Sounds very much like a situation that New Jack would get himself into, right?
Yep, that's definitely a New Jack type story right there.
Yep. All right. Oh, and you know what? I was forgetting. Being a little bit of a movie buff that I am, remembering Bam Bam Bigelow from one of my favorite movies, the movie Major Pain, where the kids are all like trying to get rid of Major Pain, and they end up hiring a guy who ends up being played by Bam Bam Bigelow himself.
I did not know that. I've never seen that movie.
I I would I would recommend it if you want a pretty good laugh.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
All right, now I have some random questions here. Some wrestling related, some not, some having nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far. So I give you
Fine, man.
the
Let's do it.
question, first answer that pops into your head. First one, the one that I generally like to lead off with here. Craziest in match moment for yourself.
Craziest in match moment for myself. Um, honestly, damn, that's a tough one. Craziest in match moment.
It can be, especially when you like for people that I watch a lot of the death match style. So like for a lot of those guys that I've had on, there's a lot to choose from there.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've only been wrestling for a year. I've actually haven't had any stipulation match yet. Fun fact, I've had triple threats, tag teams, one-on-ones. Crazy. Honestly, when I got jumped in PEI by Logan and his goons, hit
That
me with
that
some
would
chairs, put me through a door. That did not feel good. Hit me with a brick.
yeah,
That was
that
not
would
fun.
fit. That would fit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
But that had nothing to do. That wasn't a match. Nothing. They just jumped me before the match. But
yeah,
yeah,
so like technically not in match, but it was
in
supposed
ring,
to be.
in ring, not in match. I guess.
But hey, it still fits. It was a part of what was supposed to be the match.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll count it. We'll count it. Like I've been able to witness my fair share of crazy moments from ones where it was the show titled oh god, Cage of Hell or something, where like there was a scaffold involved and then there was fire involved in two different spots, and is nuts. I've and fun little fact for me, I've actually witnessed more no rope barbed wire matches than I have cage matches,
Really?
like in
Damn.
person. Yeah.
Never seen one of those in person. I would love to. Man, I'm hoping year two is gonna come with more weapons, more extreme stuff, man.
Hey, maybe this feud little bit of a feud you got going on here with Island Pro Wrestling. Maybe we can get one slipped in there if they try to
Hey,
keep on
hey,
pulling some more crap.
if Logan wants to throw this into an Extreme Rules match, I'm down, man. We can throw some weapons in there. I don't
Hey,
know if
let's
he's
make
going
it
to be willing
happen.
to take a chair.
Yeah. Oh, whoa! How the hell did I make that happen? Like for the YouTube viewing of that,
I've seen that.
I have no idea how the hell that happened.
That means we
Wow.
got to make that Extreme Rules match happen. Me versus Logan Green. Book it.
Yes, booking it now. We're manifesting the shit out of that. Oh, all right. Now, this next question might put maybe a little bit of a damper on things right now, but we talked in the name game category about a couple of wrestlers that are no longer with us. Is there a particular wrestler's death that hit you the hardest?
Definitely. Um, it's kind of weird to talk about because it's Chris Benoit. But at the
Hey,
time
that
when it happened, I had no. I was a kid, man. He was one of my favorite wrestlers. I was watching SmackDown with my brother, and then they didn't run the SmackDown, and they ran his tribute. So I was crying, bawling my eyes out. Did not think it was real. And then the next day, we
yeah,
figured out what happened, and it was tough. So Eddie Guerrero was tough too, but I was a little too young to fully realize what was happening. Where Chris
yeah,
Benoit was the right age for me, where that was the first death in general, like not even just wrestler, but
yeah.
just in general that affected me. That was like, oh damn, like
Hey,
people die. Then realize what happened. It made things even worse.
yeah, no, that as much as people, you know, like to say, a taboo to talk about him, that is a wrestler's death that even more especially due to the circumstances behind all of the deaths that happened during that whole situation makes it hit hard.
Yeah.
That is for sure. I know I was caught off guard because, yeah, he was another favorite of mine too. I know for me, it's kind of a mix between two because it was a lot of the factor in it was they were relatively close in age to me. Uh, Jay Briscoe,
Yeah.
when he passed, that was tough. But I almost think for me, Bray Wyatt, that was another one that was tough for me because it was like the manner in which he passed was like, holy crap, even somebody as close to age that I was at the time can have something like that happen to them. It was like, holy crap, you know?
Rough. And then Brody Lee not too long after, man. Rest in
I
peace to all those guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And yeah, Brody Lee, another one. Like I remember watching AEW like very shortly before, and then all of a sudden the news broke out. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's
Oh, most definitely. Now, a little bit happier of a subject. Hobbies you have outside of wrestling, if any, because I know keeping in ring shape and everything can take up a lot of time.
man. Wrestling is pretty much everything right now.
That I can.
Uh, yeah, it's gym, it's wrestling, and it's watching wrestling.
Yeah,
Um, even reading books about wrestling. I'm actually
yeah,
reading Becky Lynch, the Man, right now.
that I've heard. That's a
Uh,
good one. I haven't quite gotten to reading that one yet.
yeah, so it's pretty much all wrestling. I love anime too. Like most of my tattoos are all anime, wrestling, or music related. So I
Okay,
listen to a lot of music too. So it's anime, music, wrestling. That's my shit, I guess.
no, I can get you there. I know me growing up, it was always pro wrestling and Ninja Turtles for me. So like a
Yep.
lot of my collection behind me here is either pro wrestling or Ninja Turtle related. Like I got raised on the original Ninja Turtle cartoon.
Okay, yeah.
And I actually got to meet the voice of Michelangelo, my favorite Ninja Turtle from that cartoon, and I got a Funko Pop signed by him.
That's awesome, dude. That's so cool.
Oh yeah. That's staying with me. I'm never selling that damn thing. But next question I have, feel like with the name of show like I kind of have to ask this one. Favorite drink, alcoholic or otherwise, because I know there's plenty of people out there that for one reason or another don't drink. So I try to be respectful of that and just say, just because it says drinking at Moe's doesn't mean that it has to be alcoholic.
Yeah. I drink beer. I drink, I mean, I'll be honest, I drink pretty much anything, but my favorite beer, I'd say, is the Cadian Cream Ale at the Pump House. It's
Ooh,
a maritime classic. Um, yeah, it's a creamy ale, man. It's
that
light,
sounds
perfect for
delicious.
summer. If you're ever in Moncton, New Brunswick, or Shediac, yeah, stop at the Pump House, man. It's some good stuff.
I will have to keep my eye on that. I know me, pro wrestling related, I am quite the fan of Stone Cold's Broken Skull American Lager.
Nice. I
Freaking
haven't had it yet, actually.
that, okay, out of it, I know he has the IPA and he has that. I'm more of a fan of the American Lager than I am the IPA, but you
I
know, if,
probably would be too.
if Stone Cold puts his name behind a beer, it's going to be freaking good.
It better be, man.
Well, with the name is synonymous with beer as Stone Cold, yeah. If he's putting his name behind a shoddy product, it's like, okay, what the hell's going on here? But yeah, more of a beer guy myself. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've kind of been throwing one back while we've been chatting here. Now, last but not least here, best advice you have for anybody wanting to get into wrestling.
Do it before it's too late, man, and don't second guess yourself. Give it your all. Like, don't half-ass it. Don't give it 50%. Give it everything.
Yep,
That's what I'm
never.
doing. I'm putting all my marbles in one place, man.
No,
It's wrestling or nothing.
I get you there. Yeah, you never want to half-ass anything. Always use your full ass.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. But yeah, no, definitely you want to live a life of holy crap, I did that. Then oh my god, I wish I did that.
Exactly, man. And in my opinion, like, the best thing about growing older is being able to tell great stories,
Yeah.
right? And I just imagine how cool the stories are going to be with all these wrestling stories, right? Like, I'm
Oh
only a
yeah.
year in and I can already go on for days about the crazy stuff I've heard on the road. But
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
what happens on the road stays on the road, right? But I
Sometimes.
can't wait to just expand my horizon in this business, man, and just travel more, right? Because I'm only just in the Maritimes, but I'm planning to travel Canada and then travel North America, travel the world, man. That's my goal,
Hey.
is to travel the world with this thing.
Oh yeah, no, get it done while you can, man. I definitely look forward to seeing everywhere you go. So, all right. So now, where can people find you social media wise? So if they don't already have their eyes on the ghost, they can go ahead and get them there.
The Ghost Ricky Mortis on Instagram and Facebook.
All right.
Check it out.
Get all of that in the description. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure, and you're welcome back anytime.
Been a fun chat, man. I'll definitely be back on.
Definitely.
Well, we'll catch up and have a beer.
The
I'll bring
hell.
a Canadian cream ale so you can see what the can looks like next time.
Yes, we need to make that happen. All right.
Sweet. Have a good one, man.
Fucking